So how y'all doing today? I just figured I'd do a little video. I'm headed to a rehearsal, and I was talking to my cousin and one of my uncles, and we started talking about different things, like different ways to actually give back. Because a lot of times we want to give back, and us from the hood, I first started giving back is, man, bro, I got to put a playground up, and I got to redo some apartments, and I gotta be able to do this and do that. I want to put a gym, a community center. Like, that's not giving back. And I don't know who the hell taught them that. It's not giving back. No shape, form, or fashion is that giving back to your community to help them with anything. Just being real, in my opinion, if you want to give back to the community and you out here wasting millions of dollars on shit like stupid jewelry, um, several fucking houses that you ain't gonna live in, but you want to buy some small shit like a restaurant or a gym. Nah, man, if you really want to give back to the people, then do something like rebuild hotels and apartments and let homeless people live in them free of charge. Because you're not missing it. You're not making money off the gym. So if you're going to not make money, you really want to help, do something that's really going to help. Make apartments, hotels, make it five-star quality for people to live out of. If I'm homeless and I'm not working, the chances are I can't pay anything. So it doesn't make sense for me or to me for the homeless shelters and the missions to have you pay $6 and $3 and shit. Like, if I'm fucking homeless and I don't have a fucking job, clearly I don't have that shit to pay. And that's the problem. Motherfuckers so caught on trying to get a fucking dollar, and there's millions of things out here that you fucking making money off of. We need people to step up and do something different. Like, my whole plan as an entrepreneur is to be able to real deal give back. Whew. I'm slick tired, excuse me. But in my mind, giving back is, in my opinion, what I would do is, like I tell people, you have individuals who go out of their way to pay off somebody layaway in Walmart for Christmas. That's cool. But with the money I'm talking about making, I want to be able to pay off everybody layaway, regardless of what they put. If it's 10,000, 20,000, 5,000, whatever the amount is, I want to pay that off. In every Walmart in pick a city every year, or two cities. In every Walmart in that city, I pay them enough or more than enough than what they were making that week. And tell people, hey, for the week of Christmas, everybody that comes here and shop and put it in layaway, I pay that. So if everybody ticket is 5, 10,000 a piece, then I pay that separately. But here's the double catch to giving back. That's cool. They have those gifts, even if they didn't have the money to pay for it. But now, what about putting money in their pockets? So if you get a layaway receipt that's 10,000, I'm gonna pay that off. But that same 10,000 of what your receipt would be, I bring that to you as a check or cash. Because Walmart is already gonna be paid up, so they don't need the extra money. That's how you give back. It's not with gyms and paying off one or two people layaways and throwing a block party and barbecuing. That's not giving back, man. That's just doing some shit to be seen. If you want to give back in a positive way or a positive manner where you can really help somebody, excuse me, you have to do something that shows giving back, that represents giving back. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the gyms and doing all of this to keep people active and off the streets, but a lot of times that don't say. If you got somewhere to stay, okay, cool. I'm trying to give back to those who don't have. I want to take everybody out of homeless shelters and off the streets and buy a Hilton hotel or a hotel large as the Hilton, renovate it, everything in it brand new and up to date. And you stay there free of charge. But you can't stay in my hotels, my houses, my apartments unless you work. And the catch is, man, people say, well, how they homeless? Who gonna hire them? I will. It's the whole point of me having several businesses to be able to help out. So what I do is if you stay in those apartments or those houses, those hotels, then the only way you can stay in there is if you work for me. That way I can guarantee that the city don't take advantage of you. That way we can guarantee that a job is not gonna fire you from anything. You stay in there as long enough, as long as it takes to save up a certain amount to be able to do what you need. Then you can go out on your own, fix your credit, help you financially, help you, with cosmetic and beauty and all types of things. You know what I mean? Those are the ways that I plan to give back. And it's like, man, you really gonna have all of that to give back? I plan on it. I ask God on the daily to build or strengthen my faith. That's the only way a lot of times to get through some things is with faith. I ask God all the time, strengthen my faith. I don't want weak faith. I don't want okay faith. I don't want good faith. I need strong faith. The kind that I know, the kind where I'm for sure, the kind where I'm positive, guaranteed, hands down, no questions asked. That's the type of faith I want. And I ask God to give me that. And to open doors that nobody can open but Him. Because it's going to take doors opening to get things done. It's going to take God to open those doors. So to kind of shift a little bit, talk about millionaires. And the fact that they don't call them millionaires or billionaires, they call them creative minds. I myself am a creative, and is a creative mind, excuse me. Twisted. I am a creative mind. That's the thing we have to tell ourselves. When we wake up, if you have it in your mind to be an entrepreneur, when you wake up, you tell yourself, when your feet hit the floor, God, I thank you. Walk with me, strengthen me, and endure me. And then you remind yourself that I am a creative mind who is a process in progress. Because like I said, and I tell people all the time, we all are a process. We're all going through a process. And as long as we keep that process and we're constantly progressing, then we become a process in progress. So you have to remind yourself on the daily, I am a creative mind who is a process in progress. I was told you make a checklist. And on that checklist, you take a number of things. List a number of things. And every day you get up, you should be working towards checking something off of that checklist to reach your goal of what you want. You don't move to the next step on that checklist until that one is finished. So if your checklist is save $5,000 in order to get this or to pay for that. And once I pay for this, this will take me to the next level for that. Well, even if a door open for that, you keep that door, but you don't move to the next until you check off the checklist. And that's what we have to do to keep ourselves on a straight and narrow path so we don't get sidetracked. Because with creative minds, we have so many different things going on at once. Sometimes it's hard to stay on one. So many different ideas, so many different, you know what I mean, businesses, thoughts, everything. It's constantly going, it's constantly running, it's constantly moving. So sometimes it's hard to stay on one thing. So you need that checklist to keep you in line, to keep you straight. You have to. And with that checklist, once you get to a point where you checked it off, even if you haven't reached your goal on a second list, you already know I'm making progress. I was told today, or I was informed today, that we need 2 hours a day for reading. An hour to read something for self worth, self, uh, with spirituality, encouragement, worth, all these different things. You take an hour to read or a book or something about something with elevating self. Then you take another book. Excuse me, I'm just yawning. That's rude. Forgive me. But you take that second hour and you read an hour from a book about your craft. Whether you're a musician, a barber, a stylist, a clothing designer, a writer, whatever it is, you take that second hour, you read an hour in a book on your craft, and you apply that daily to your life, and watch the progress, watch the elevation, watch the newness. And a lot of times we don't get that because we're not preparing ourselves or training ourselves to do so. We lack in these areas. We feel like, oh man, I get to it. It's gonna happen. Yeah, it may happen, but unless you put forth that effort, it's not gonna happen anytime soon. You know how many people we walk past on a daily who are millionaires, who's working on being millionaires, who could have been millionaires, like on a daily. In whatever city you're in, we walk past people on a daily who are creative minds, who took the time to use their time wisely. We always say time is precious, but we don't value that. We don't value that because we always say, hey, there's tomorrow. Hey, there's later on. Procrastination is not just a waste of time, but it's a waste of your life, if I'm saying it right. Like, procrastination will kill the dream. Procrastination will die down the progress. Procrastination will hinder your life. All because you feel like, hey, I can do it later, but what if later never comes? People say live every day like it's your last. Nah, because I don't want to look forward to my last. Live every day like it's your chance and your opportunity. Because when you know you got that chance and that opportunity coming up, you work harder, you push harder, you take more time to break things down. Live every day like it's that chance and that opportunity you've been waiting on. And push like you've never pushed before. Grind like you've never grind before. Think like you've never thought before. We have to take time to do that. Otherwise, those thoughts, those ideas, those skills, all of that will blow over and it'll be a waste of life sitting around doing nothing. My cousin told me, man, think about it like this. There are 1,200 to 2,500 people a day who become wealthy or become millionaires with their creative minds and their skills. They were consistent, persistent, willing, and available. So he said, if every day 1,200 to 2,500 people become millionaires, what's stopping us from being in that category? What's stopping you from being a part of the new millionaires club, the new billionaires club? What's hindering you? People say, "Oh man, I don't know people." No, it ain't about knowing people. I mean, it is, but it all starts with you. If you're not willing, you're not available, you're not consistent, then you won't get anywhere. It's only going to be a waste of time and a waste of life. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be the ones turning around and looking up 10, 20 years down the line. Damn, man, I once was this, or I once could have been that, man. I used to know them, and I once did that. No. 10, 20 years down the line, let's be the ones that's saying, man, I remember when I was back there pushing to get here. I remember when I was once at that level striving to get where I am now. Be the ones talking about where you made it and not where you could have made it. But again, it's just a little piece of my thoughts, a little random video, success, the hindrance, all of the above, Like I said, man, follow, like the video, subscribe to the channel, bring more followers. If you have any ideas, you have any thoughts, you want to debate on something, uh, man, I'm open to a lot. I'm open to several ideas, man. I'm open to everything. So if you have something that you wanna push out, you wanna give feedback on, I'm here for it. I appreciate any and everybody. I love you all. God bless. And like I said, follow, like, subscribe, bring more people back to subscribe as well. Thank you.